My ex-husband refused to watch our kids for my honeymoon, so I stopped doing everything for them. 2 years after my divorce from Brian, I was finally getting married again. My fiancé David is amazing with my 2 kids, Emma, who's 8, and Tyler, who's 6. We planned this small ceremony followed by a 4-day honeymoon in the mountains. The problem was the custody schedule. Our wedding fell on Brian's weekend, but he was supposed to take the kids for the following week too, since I'd be gone. No big deal, right? It's literally his job as their father. 2 weeks before the wedding, Brian calls me up with this attitude. I'm not watching the kids for your little honeymoon, he says. That's not my responsibility. You chose to get remarried, not me. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. These are his children. Brian, it's 4 days. You see them every other weekend anyway. Yeah, but this is different. I shouldn't have to rearrange my schedule just because you want to play house with some new guy. I reminded him about all the times I'd switched weekends when he had work trips or wanted to take his girlfriend somewhere. All the times I'd kept the kids extra days when he had plans. That's different, he said. You're their mom. It's your job. His job? I'd been doing everything for these kids since our divorce. School pickups, doctor appointments, parent-teacher conferences. Brian showed up for his court-ordered weekends and acted like he deserved a medal for it. So I told him fine. If watching his own children for 4 days was such a burden, I'd find other arrangements. I ended up paying my sister Casey $200 to watch Emma and Tyler during the honeymoon. But here's where it gets good. Right after I hung up with Brian, I made a decision. If he wanted to draw these lines about what was and wasn't his responsibility, then I could play that game too. The very next week, Brian calls me panicking. His girlfriend Lisa had broken up with him and he needed someone to watch the kids on his weekend because he had some work emergency. Can you just take them this Saturday? I'll make it up next week. Sorry, Brian, that's not my responsibility. You chose to have kids, not me. He got quiet. What's that supposed to mean? It means handle your own weekend. Figure it out. 2 weeks later, Emma got sick at school on Brian's day. The nurse called him first since it was his custody time, but he was in meetings all day. They called me as the backup contact. Normally, I'd just leave work and handle it, but not anymore. I called Brian's office directly and told his secretary it was a family emergency. When he finally called back all frustrated, I said, Emma's sick and needs to be picked up. She's your responsibility today. But I'm at work. You're closer to the school. And I'm at my job too. She's in your custody today, so she's your problem. He had to leave his important meeting to get her. The best part came a month later. Brian calls me on a Thursday night completely desperate. His boss was sending him to Chicago for some big presentation Friday morning. Last minute thing, huge opportunity for promotion. I know it's not my weekend, but can you please watch the kids tonight and tomorrow? I'll pay you back, I swear. Old me would have said yes immediately. The kids come first, right? But new me was done being his backup plan. Sorry, Brian, I have plans Friday. That's not my responsibility. What plans? You never do anything. I'm taking David to look at houses. We're moving in together. Can't you reschedule? This is important for my career. So is house hunting. Sounds like you need to figure out your own childcare situation. I could hear the panic in his voice. Come on, be reasonable. I'll switch weekends with you, give you extra time later. I don't need extra time. I see them every day. You're the one who sees them twice a month and calls it parenting. He started getting nasty then. Called me petty, said I was using the kids as weapons. But here's the thing. I wasn't keeping him from his kids. I was just refusing to be his free babysitter when it wasn't my custody time. Brian ended up having to call his mom, who lives 3 hours away, to come stay with Emma and Tyler. She was not happy about the last-minute drive, and she definitely let him know it. The final straw came 2 months later. Emma had her school play on a Tuesday, which was technically Brian's week. But he'd already told her he couldn't come because he had a date with some new girlfriend. Emma was crushed. She kept asking why Daddy didn't want to see her be a butterfly in the school play. So I took video of the whole thing, posted it on Facebook tagging Brian with the caption, "So proud of Emma's performance tonight. Wish everyone could have been there to see it." All our mutual friends saw it. His family saw it. His new girlfriend probably saw it. Brian called me furious that night. "You're trying to make me look like a bad father." "I don't have to try, Brian. You're doing that all by yourself." "Fine," he said. "From now on, I'll handle everything on my time. Don't expect any favors from me." "Perfect," I replied. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. 6 months later, David and I got married. Brian had to take the kids that weekend because it was his custody time anyway. No choice in the matter. Emma and Tyler came back from that weekend talking about how Daddy seemed stressed and kept ordering pizza because he doesn't know how to cook their favorite meals. Turns out being a real parent is harder when you can't just dump everything on your ex-wife. Now Brian actually has to plan ahead, handle his own emergencies, and show up for his kids when it matters. And our kids are finally seeing what kind of father he really is when nobody else is doing the work for him. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just stop enabling people to treat you like garbage.